Good morning, students. So, in the meanwhile, we have discussed regarding equivalent mass for the last 3 classes. So, we have discussed equivalent mass of an element, equivalent mass of an acid, and equivalent mass of a base. So, in the last class, I gave you some assignments. So, we'll start with solving of assignments. So, first let us solve the assignments. Then we proceed to the remaining part of equivalent mass. That is equivalent mass of a salt and equivalent mass of ions. Okay. So first come on to the assignments. So I gave you to find out the equivalent mass of assignment number 1. Assignment one. Find out the equivalent mass of H3PO3, that is phosphorus acid, H3PO3, that is phosphorus acid, then H3PO2, hypophosphorus acid, H3PO2, that is hypophosphorus acid, and H3BO3, that is orthoboric acid. H3BO3, that is orthoboric acid. Okay. So I told you to find out the equivalent mass of these 3. So first let us find out these 3 as acids. So I have already told you what will be the basicity of these acids. The basicity of phosphorus acid will be 2 because it has 2 replaceable H+ ions. Similarly, basicity of hypophosphorus acid will be 1 because it has 1 replaceable H+ ion. Similarly, the basicity of orthoboric acid is 1 because on addition with water, that means in the aqueous medium, it releases or yields only 1 H+ ion. So its basicity is 1. So in the last class, I have already discussed why the basicity of these 3 will be like this. Okay. So first let us find out the equivalent mass of H3PO3. That is phosphorus acid, H3PO3. So 3 into atomic mass of hydrogen 1 plus phosphorus is 31 plus 3 into oxygen 16. Oxygen atomic mass is 16. So what will be the molecular mass? 48, 49, 79 plus 3, 82. So the molecular mass of phosphorus acid will be 82 U. So what will be equivalent mass? Equivalent mass of phosphorus acid will be 82 divided by basicity. Basicity of phosphorus acid is 2. It will be 41. Okay. So this is the equivalent mass of phosphorus acid. Then hypophosphorus acid H3PO2. Let us find out the molecular mass first. So 3 into hydrogen 1 plus phosphorus is 31 plus 2 into oxygen 16. So 32, 31, 63 plus 3, 66 U. So what will be equivalent mass? Equivalent mass of hypophosphorus acid will be same formula, molecular mass, that is 66 divided by basicity 1, that will be 66. So this is the answer. Then C, orthoboric acid. Let us first find out the molecular mass H3BO3. So what is molecular mass? Now 3 into 1 for hydrogen, then boron is 11 plus 3 into oxygen is 16. 48, 59 plus 3, 62. So the molecular mass of orthoboric acid is 62 U. So what will be equivalent mass? 62, that is molecular mass. The basicity 1 will be 62. Okay. So these are the answer of assignment 1, that is the equal mass of phosphorus acid, hypophosphorus acid and orthoboric acid. So next we will go to assignment number. The next students will come to assignment number 2. Assignment 2. So here I have given you to find out the equal mass of some bases. So question number 2 was find out the equivalent mass of most probably sodium hydroxide are given you, sodium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide and aluminum hydroxide. So sodium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide and aluminum hydroxide. Aluminum hydroxide. So all these three are bases. All these three are bases because they yield hydroxyl ion. All of them can yield hydroxyl ion in aqueous medium. So what is the formula to find out the equal mass of a base? Now molecular mass divided by acidity. What is acidity? The number of replaceable hydroxyl ion present in a base. So we'll solve it. First, sodium hydroxide, NaOH. So let us find out the molecular mass. Sodium is 23, oxygen is 16 and hydrogen is 1. So the molecular mass will be 40 U. Then what is acidity of sodium hydroxide? If you write down the acidity, that means number of replaceable OH minus, here it is 1, it is 2, it is 3 here. So what will be equal mass of sodium hydroxide? Now 40 is the molecular mass divided by acidity. Here it is 1. So it will be 40. Then B. Calcium hydroxide. Calcium CaOH whole 2. So first let us find out the molecular mass. Calcium 40 plus 2 whole because it is 2 whole. So 2 into 16 plus 1, that is 34 plus 40, that is 74 U. So the molecular mass of calcium hydroxide will be 74 U. So what will be equivalent mass? Equivalent mass will be molecular mass, that is 74 by acidity. What is acidity of calcium hydroxide? Now 2, because it releases 2 hydroxyl ions. So it will be 37. Okay. Then C. Aluminum hydroxide. Aluminum hydroxide. First let us find out the molecular mass. Aluminum is 27 plus 3 whole. 3 whole is here. 3 into oxygen is 16 plus hydrogen is 1. So 17 into 3, 51, 58 plus 20, 78. So 78 U is the molecular mass of aluminum hydroxide. So what will be equivalent mass? Now molecular mass, that is 78 divided by acidity. What is acidity here? Not 3. So answer will be 26. Okay. So this is all about the assignment number 2. It is quite easy to find out the equivalent mass of a base. Simple formula: molecular mass of the base divided by acidity. Acidity is the number of replaceable hydroxyl ion present in it. So when we ionize it, you can readily find out the number of replaceable hydroxyl ions present in it. Okay. Then we will go to salt. Let us first know what is a salt. Next students will learn what is a salt. So I have told you, as per Arrhenius theory, what is an acid? as per Arrhenius theory of acid and base. What is an acid? Now, which gives H plus ion, which yields H plus ion in aqueous medium. So normally we write acid as H for hydrogen, A for acid. So how to write acid normally? HA. That means H for hydrogen because acid releases hydrogen, and A for acid. Similarly, what is a base? Now, which is hydroxyl ion OH minus ion. So any substance which yields hydroxyl ion in aqueous medium is a base, which yields H plus ion in aqueous medium is a acid, is an acid. Okay. So how to write the base? Now B for base, and it releases OH. So normally we express base as BOH. Okay. Suppose we will add acid and base, that is called neutralization reaction. So during neutralization of an acid and base, during neutralization of an acid and base, what will be the reaction? देखिए common reaction कौन हो? Acid is called HA, base is BOH. HA means H plus A minus. HA means H plus A minus. So acid contains H plus ion and a negative radical. Then BOH means B plus OH minus. Similarly, base contains the positive radical. Okay. So here H plus will combine with OH minus to form water. Then A minus will combine with B plus to form a substance AB. ताले neutralization में कौन होगा देखिए ना A minus plus B plus कौन होगा? It will be AB plus H plus OH minus. It will be water. Then this is a salt. Okay, which contains two radicals, A minus coming from the acid, B plus coming from the base. Okay, so this is a salt. Then how to define the salt? How to define a salt? Now during neutralization of an acid and base, what is happening? Now during neutralization of an acid and base, the other substance which is formed along with water will be formed definitely. Why? Now because acid gives H plus, base gives OH minus. So H plus OH minus will give water. So water will definitely be produced. Water nihati produce hobo. Water व्यतीत जो substance produce होगा ताको कहवा में salt. So during the neutralization of an acid and base, the substance which is formed along with water is called as salt. So how to define a salt? Now during neutralization of an acid and base, the substance formed along with water is called as salt. So acid base neutralization होची कौन होची ना water नियति form होची water व्यतीत जो substance form होची ताको आमे कहवा salt. So the substance which is formed along with water during the neutralization of an acid and base is called as salt. Look at the salt clearly. It has two parts, A minus B plus, A minus B plus. So every salt has two parts. Every salt, example manakaro will combine normal acid HCl acid sodium hydroxide base. Let us see what happens. HCl means H plus plus Cl minus. Sodium hydroxide means Na plus plus OH minus. So H plus will combine with OH minus to form water. So definitely water will be formed. So first water will be formed during neutralization of acid and base. H plus asila acid group, OH minus asila base group. So they will form water. So what will the remaining substance form? Now Cl minus plus Na plus or Na plus plus Cl minus, it will form sodium chloride, which is a salt. So this is the example. Okay. So this is how salts are formed during the neutralization of an acid and base. Okay. So every salt has got two parts. Every salt has got two parts. For example, sodium chloride. It contains Na plus and Cl minus. These are the two parts. Na plus is the positive part called the basic part or metallic part. Na plus, the positive part is called the basic part or the metallic part, whereas the negative part Cl minus is called acid part or acidic part or non-metallic part. Acidic part or non-metallic part. So if you are given any salt, you can clearly identify the positive part. The positive part is always the metallic part. The positive part is always the metallic part. And to find out the equal mass of a salt, we need to find out what is the metallic part present in the salt. What is the positive part present in the salt. So we have to find out its valency. Then only you can find out the equal mass of a salt. So equal mass of salt bahar ko dekhe tum kon darkar. Now you have to find out the positive part present in the salt. That is the metallic part, and we have to find out its valency. We have to remember its valency. So next we will find out what is the formula to calculate equal mass of a salt. So next students, we will find out the formula to calculate equal mass of a salt. So element formula number 1, acid formula number 2, base formula number 3. So this is formula number 4. Equivalent mass of a salt. The formula is molecular mass divided by total valency. You have to remember this word, total. So why I am telling you later on. Total valency of metal atom. Total valency of metal atom you can say, metal ion you can also say. So what is the formula? Equal mass of salt is equal to molecular mass by total valency of metal atom. For example, let us find out the equal mass of sodium chloride. Sodium chloride is a salt. Okay. So what I told you, what is required here? Now you have to find out the metal atom present in the salt. How to find out the metal atom? Now the salt has two parts. Salt of beta part also, the positive part and the negative part. Positive part is always the metallic part. So NaCl means Na plus plus Cl minus. So what is the metallic part here? Now sodium. So sodium is the metal. So what is the molecular mass of sodium? Now 23 plus chlorine 35.5. That is 58.5 is the molecular mass of sodium chloride. So what is the equal mass of sodium chloride? Now molecular mass, that is 58.5 divided by total valency of metal atom. What is the metal atom here? Sodium. One atom only. Valency is 1. Sodium valency kete? Now 1. So divided by 1. So what will be equal mass? Now 58.5. Okay. Then next we will go to calcium chloride. Another salt, calcium chloride. So first let us find out the molecular mass. calcium is 40 plus 2 into chlorine, that is 35.5. So 71 plus 40, 111. 111 U. Okay. Next part is to find out the metallic part, calcium chloride, Ca plus 2 Cl minus. Obviously the metallic part is calcium. Valency of calcium is 2. So what will be equal mass? The molecular mass, that is 111 by valency of metal atom, that is 2. So 55.5 is the answer. Okay. Then next, sodium carbonate, Na2CO3. Sodium carbonate is a salt. Okay. Let us first find out the molecular mass. So sodium into 2, 2 into 23 for sodium, plus carbon is 12 plus 3 into 16 for oxygen. 48 plus 12, 60 plus 46, 106. So the molecular mass of sodium carbonate is 106 U. So what is the metallic part here? Now sodium. How many sodium atoms are here? Now 2 sodium atoms. So what is the formula? Not valency of metal ion, total valency of metal ion. How to find out? Now number of metal atoms into its valency. So what is the valency of sodium? 1. How many sodium atoms are present? Now 2. Sodium valency is 1. 2 sodium atom achandi. So what will be total valency? Now number of atom into valency. 2 into 1. So what will be equal mass? Now molecular mass 106 divided by 2. 2 sodium atoms into valency of sodium atom is 1. So remember. So that's why I told you have to remember this one. Total valency, not only valency. Total valency of the metal atom. How to find out total valency? The number of metal atoms into its valency. So it will be 53. Okay. So I think you can find out equal mass of any salt. So next, the assignment 1. Assignment 1 for today's class. Question number 1. Find out the equivalent mass of a aluminum sulfate Al2SO4 whole 3, aluminum sulfate formula will be Al2SO4 whole 3, magnesium chloride MgCl2, then potassium carbonate K2CO3. You have to find out the equivalent mass of these 3 salts. Formula I already told you, molecular mass by total valency of the metal atom. Okay, so simple formula, you have to simply remember what is the metallic part. You have to find out the metallic part and how to find out total valency, number of metal atoms into valency. Okay, so divide it with molecular mass, you will get the equivalent mass. Then we will go to the last part, that is equivalent mass of an ion. So last part, equivalent mass of an ion. Although there are some other parts, equivalent mass of an oxidizing agent, equivalent mass of a reducing agent. Because you don't know regarding oxidation reduction and what is an oxidizing agent, reducing agent. So it will be better if I teach these two after you read redox reactions. So redox reaction means oxidation reduction it will be better for you to learn about these two. So for the timing I will not be teaching you the equivalent mass of an oxidizing agent and a reducing agent because you will be confused to read that. So last part, formula number 5, equivalent mass of an ion. Simple formula, like the molecules have molecular mass, ions have ionic mass. So mass of the ion is called ionic mass. So ionic mass, that means mass of the ion divided by valence charge on the ion. Charge on the ion or valency of the ion. Same thing. So ionic mass divided by charge on the ion will give you the equal mass of an ion. For example, let us find out or calculate the equal mass of carbonate radical or carbonate ion. CO3 2 minus is carbonate. Carbonate is CO3 2 minus. Carbonate ion followed by CO3 2 minus. So ionic mass, simple, mass of the ion, carbon 12 plus 3 into 3 options are there, 3 into 16. So 48 plus 12, 60 is the ionic mass, 60U. Okay. So what will be equal mass? Ionic mass, that is 60U or 60 divided by, what is the charge on the ion? Clearly visible, it is 2. So 30. Whether it is positive or negative does not matter. The magnitude of charge you have to divide. You have to divide it the magnitude of charge. Whether positive or negative does not matter. Positive हो negative हो कि ऐसे नहीं. अब magnitude कहते हैं तो उसका divide करना तो पड़ेगा. Next, let us say hydrogen carbonate. HCO3 minus. HCO3 minus. Minus means 1 minus. This is called bicarbonate or hydrogen carbonate. Bicarbonate or hydrogen carbonate ion. Okay. Let us find out the ionic mass. Hydrogen 1 plus carbon 12 plus 3 into 16 oxygen. So 61U. So the ionic mass will be 61U. So what will be equal mass? Now ionic mass, that is 61 divided by charge on the ion. So minus means 1 minus, minus means 1 plus 1, it is 1 minus. So divided by 1, 61. Very simple. If you know the correct formula of the ions, then you can easily calculate the equal mass of the ions. Next, assignment 2 for today's class. Assignment 2. Question number 2. Calculate the equivalent mass of a sulfate. Sulfate formula is SO4 2 minus, phosphate PO4 3 minus. These two you have to calculate. Calculate the equal mass of sulfate radical or sulfate ion and phosphate PO4 3 minus. So these are the two assignments. That is assignment 2. Then I am giving you assignment number 1. So you solve it and send it to me to my WhatsApp number. So this is for today. See you in the next class. Thank you.